of them are students. So we got kids ministry happening at our 9 a.m. service. We had one of our students get baptized. Right now we've got Fiona getting baptized, which is amazing. And then not only that, but we also have Alan and Molly getting baptized as well, which is amazing. And all three of you wrote your story about what God has done, about the good news. Like we just sang about the good news, but you wrote your story of the good news. And Fiona, what I love about your story is that kids ministry is a part of it. Like you grew up learning a lot about Jesus, and a lot of that happened right back there in our kids ministry. And then as you started growing in your faith, you said it never really clicked. Like you learned about God, but you didn't really know God personally. Until camp. Every summer we have our student camp, and you showed up to student camp and you said for the first time it clicked, and in that room you felt the presence of God like you had never felt it before, and you realized, like, listen, I'm not perfect, I don't have it all together, but that's who I want to follow. Like I know him personally and I want to follow him. And so you're here today to let your whole church family know that you're committed to him. And then after you get baptized, we're gonna have Alan and Molly get baptized. And as y'all wrote out your story, what's really incredible is that this story actually didn't start off as good news, it started off as bad news. Really, a big part of this story started off when the divorce papers were drafted up. And so the fact that the two of y'all are there, arm in arm, getting baptized on the same day is literally a miracle. Molly, I want to read the first part of your story, and then Alan, I want to read yours too. So what was your life like before Jesus? Before I fully surrendered my life to Jesus, I believe, this is Molly, I believe I had to hold everything together. I carried the weight of my family, my marriage, and every challenge on my own shoulders. You said because of that, I felt overwhelmed, anxious, exhausted, and stuck in healthy patterns. And then Alan, for you, you said a similar thing. You said before I truly surrendered to Jesus, I was living life for myself. I was controlling, angry, prideful, and self-centered. I often tried to control every situation instead of trusting God, and I failed to put my family first the way I should have. And that's what led to the divorce papers. But then God showed up. And I just want to read the end, because over the past couple weeks, what God has been doing in y'all's life is incredible. Like we're watching it firsthand, and you got to see some of your friends get baptized who were going through a similar thing where they were getting ready for divorce, and then God changed their marriage, and he did the same thing with your marriage. But Alan, I want to read what you wrote right at the end. You said, I know this is only the beginning of my journey, but today I stand here, not because I have it all together, but because Jesus met me in my darkest moment, forgave me, transformed my heart, and gave me a new life. My desire now is to follow him faithfully as a husband, father, and servant of Christ. It's incredible. See, church, when we get excited, when we sing, and when we celebrate and say, this is good news, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about Fiona, recognizing that God is real and that God actually cares for you, and he's not just some distant being that you can know about, you can know him personally. We're talking about Molly and Alan, who felt like everything was over, but God showed up and changed not just your marriage, but changed your heart. And this is what's available to you today. God can change you. God can rescue you. And it's not because you try harder, and it's not because you get in a program, it's because of one name, and that's the name of Jesus. And so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sing about that name, the name that's above every name. And as we sing, my friends are gonna go public with their faith, and when they go down to the water and back up into the water, we should not only sing, but we should clap and cheer, because that represents the transformation that God has brought in their life and the transformation that he could bring in your life. So let's sing together and let's celebrate the name of Jesus, the name that is higher than every other name. Let's sing together.
It's sweeter every time that I call on it. Oh, there's just something about your name. Oh, there's just something about your name. Oh, there's just something about your name that makes me cry holy. There is no other name. There is no other name. There is no other name. And Jesus, you're worthy. And you have been the friend who never left. And I won't forget your faithfulness. And Jesus be the name ever on my lips. It's sweeter every time that I call on it. Oh, there's just something about your name. Oh, there's just something about your name. Oh, there's just something about your name that makes me cry holy. There is no other name. There is no other name. There is no other name. Jesus, you're worthy. Oh, there's just something about your name. Oh, there's just something about your